Okay, gentlemen, I'm hoping that this will save you an awful lot of time in the future. No need for planners at the ready, etc. This is my first video lesson, so please ignore any mistakes. I'll try and talk you through what we're going to be doing with the Paris Project website. Now, you can see where I've done the new assignment on Google Classroom. If you can just open it, go to this document and open it. It's done by Google Sites. It is part of Google Classroom, so I just thought it might be more interesting to do this. When you've got it open, you'll see I've actually got it open to the Pages page here, and you can see that I've already done this for you. According to the mark scheme, I've put in the 7 pages that you're going to need. Your job is to put in all the detail. I'll come back to that in a minute. What I don't want you to do is publish it at any stage at the moment. You don't need to, but what you do need to do is duplicate the sites. Now, if you go here and duplicate the site, it just means that now you're going to call it something with your name on it and then hit duplicate and it will save it. So now you've got your version of this particular document. The next thing I want you to do up here, if you see this, I want you to share it with me. So all you'll have to do in here is write in my email address. So that's wv@rbcs.org.uk. If you get that in there, it means that when you post it on Google Drive, or rather on the assignment page, instead of just on Google Drive, I'll be able to see it and I can help you maybe with some further instructions. Now, if you have a look at this, you can actually click through each of the pages here just by looking on it, and you are free. The idea is I've just set up the document, blank document. You're supposed to make all the entries to it. And it means that if you click through all these, you can see I've set up some of them. For instance, here, I've actually set it up so that we've got 3 bits to enter for you for the 3 things that are actually in the title. So, if the other way in which you can navigate through the tables and the pages is just to go home, introduction, etc., and this will actually show you the rest of the pages. Now, the difference between this and something like PowerPoint is that it isn't just a frame there. The actual web page will go on down below and you can scroll and look at the whole thing. It will go definitely down below the bottom edge of the current screen. If you look at this again, you see you can insert things. So this is how you're going to change things. Now, obviously, if you want to put in a text box, you can do that and then write whatever text it is on whichever document you're going to do. And if I want to get rid of that, I just hit delete. You can actually change the themes on here if you have a look, so you can change how it all looks, similarly to PowerPoint and so on. I'm leaving mine like this at the moment. It does take up the top part of the screen and that's not really a problem. However, if I come back to insert here, if you want to put in text, that's fine, you do it this way. If you want to insert an image, you've got a choice here. If you click on select, you can go to your Google Drive, okay, where you may have a series of pictures that you want to use, because obviously the better quality photos that you can save, the more marks you're likely to get to it. What you can also do is go to the Google image search, so that, for instance, if I can spell for a start, if I can put in Eiffel Tower and, for instance, drawings or at night, you can get some pretty good pictures there. And all I would do in order to insert a picture, and this is the same if you're on Google Drive as well, this is one of the Eiffel Tower being built, for instance. I could just put that in and then you can move it around as you feel the need anyway, and you can put text boxes along with it as well. I'll just delete that. As far as your the header on here is concerned, you can actually change that if you want. It can become the whole page. It can just be a large banner if you want. It can just be a smaller banner, or you can have it as a title only, which I've done by default on this. So that's the way we would do that. If you have a look further down the page here, you will see that I've already put in some of the layouts. So you can actually put a layout which will go underneath. And if you use that, you can make sure that you put in something that you want that will appear on the page, and then you can redesign the page. This is where you lot can get creative and clever. You won't need the table of contents. You won't need collapsible text, but you might wish to, especially on perhaps the home page, put in an image carousel. All it means is on the image carousel, you load up a series of pictures, and then when you have loaded up 3, 4, 5, whatever pictures, you can then you won't be able to do it until you look at the preview, but you will be able to scroll through those pictures, and you'll see what I mean when you give it a go. Most of this is pretty intuitive, so I'm sure that most of you getting started on this, you'll do really well. You won't really need to look for YouTube clips on here, so don't bother with that at the moment. You won't need any buttons, you won't need dividers particularly, and you certainly won't need to enter any of these. So what I want you to do is have a lot of fun with this, just in the way it is at the moment. Now, I said I don't want you to publish it, so don't hit that button. But up here, if you go to preview mode, I've actually got that in. If you have a look, I'll start on here, which is the PC mode. You can actually click again through all of your pages, and so you can see how this will work. And remember, you were asked to do 2 extra things for them for your parents in Paris, and what they are is up to you. But there's room for you to put pictures and information and titles, etc., etc., etc. So interestingly, what you can do is have a smaller tablet view. That's what it will look like on a tablet. And good news is, on here you can actually make it look as if it's appearing on a phone. So if I click on here, you can click on any of the pages, and in fact, instead of being too wide, it just puts them all vertically, so you can scroll down and see all of the things that are put in there once you've put in all your information: titles, information, pictures. Now, I probably haven't said it yet, but please, 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 please do not use Wikipedia for your information. If you can find it that easily, so can I. And all I'm going to do is mark you down for not seeking out your own information. Remember what I said? It's the flowery speak that I wanted. I want good adjectives to describe everything that's going on, and that's the sort of thing that's going to get you extra marks. Now, remember what I said? No Wikipedia. Get your own photos. I think most of you will be able to get on with this pretty well. Initially, let's see if that's the case, and if you have any difficulties, please get back to me and I can put stuff up for the classroom. I might alternate between Teams and Google Classroom for messages so that everyone can see them a lot quicker, but if I end up doing both, it's for your benefit. Good luck, gentlemen. Come back to me with any problems.